What's up, everybody? I'm Feather. Welcome to Feathered Leo Tarot, where it is Leo all the time, and it doesn't matter where Leo is in your chart. If you don't feel like you resonate, that's okay. Watch another reading, and if you don't like those, go check out one of my other channels here on YouTube. All of my links and information are in the description box below the title, right down there, okay? Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes. Let's grow this Leo tribe. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this, okay? All right, so my Leos that are carrying a broken heart right now, you just don't feel like you're connecting to your heart space, or it's really heavy. Let's see what's going on for you. Some of you may be just really quiet right now, doing a little bit of healing, trying to follow your intuition, follow your guidance. Some of you are doing some growth on a spiritual level. Actually, some of you are getting some downloads and improving your psychic abilities. Some of you could have been dealing with a Pisces, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or have it in your chart. Okay. Some of you are in the process. You're kind of sitting and waiting. You're in a waiting zone, a waiting period, cone of silence. This has been coming out for a lot of my collective, actually. So some of you are just listening to your intuition. Some of you are improving your psychic abilities, or you're getting some sort of downloads. Okay, it's learning how to tap into your intuition, learning what right directions to take in regards to what feels good for you. So you could be very quiet, maybe not talking very much, maybe not having many opportunities right now. You feel just very quiet, but you're paying attention. You are alert and aware. Okay. You're reflecting on things, and you're definitely listening to how, or you're feeling how things benefit you. So you're learning how to use your intuition more wisely, especially when it comes to relationships. Okay. You may be connecting through meditation, doing more meditative practices, becoming tarot readers, spiritual leaders, that kind of stuff. Or you may be watching a lot of tarot readings or spiritual information, reading spirituality books and things like that, and tapping into it more. And you're just kind of here. You know, that broken heart may have led you to growth, okay, on a spiritual sense. And that last connection, or the broken heart that you're carrying, it was so that you tapped into your intuition and learn how to listen to what your intuition says more often. Because a lot of times in relationships, we don't listen to our intuition, and we stay far too long when we should be moving on. Okay. Some of you are dealing with I feel like this is your energy. Okay. You're determined, you're focused, you're aware. That's what I tell you. You're aware. Some of you may be spying on the person that broke your heart. Okay. And some of you are determined to get past or get beyond this broken heart. This is an unusual reading because the way that Fred is having me pull it. Fred is our intuition. Fred is our inner being here. Fred is source. Okay. Here with me. Okay. Some of you are trying to figure this problem out, or how do I listen to my intuition? How do I feel what's best for me? How do I make the right choices? How do I make this work? Some of you are just trying to figure out what you need to do, to get out from under this feeling of heaviness or heartbreak or heartache, okay? Some of you may have gone through a sudden breakup. Not all of you. Some of you may have just recently went through a sudden breakup, and you're just kind of waiting for your next steps. Like, I'm not really sure what to do here. Where do I go from here? What choice do I make? You're not really sure Some of you are wanting a long-term connection. Some of you, it could have been a long-term connection. And you're like, what do I do in regards to this? You know, I don't, it's hard for you to have patience. Some of you are trying your best to have patience, waiting for something to happen. Some of you may be wanting someone to return and unsure about the future, unsure about where you're being guided to, or if you're ever going to have a long-term commitment. This could be a reading for somebody that you've been waiting for love for a long time, and you've been waiting for a special kind of love for a long time. And it's almost as if you don't want to give up on it, but you're not sure what to do. Is it ever coming? Is this person coming back? Because some of you are still holding on to a past person, thinking that that was your only opportunity for love. No, because your ships, the universe would never leave you without someone. Okay. And if you're in a place where you're without someone, there is a purpose. The universe is working on you right now. A lot of people don't want to hear that kind of thing. Why am I quiet? Why don't I have love? Why am I not in a love relationship? Why haven't I found the love of a lifetime? That kind of stuff. And you're sitting in that quiet space because the universe is working with you. You're trying to rationalize and make things happen, and you want things to happen fast, and the universe is like, I just need you to listen to this. I need you to listen here, not try and force things here. I need you to listen here. I need you to feel where I'm guiding you. I need you to feel where I'm taking you, because I'm taking you on a journey here. But because you're trying to rationalize something or try and think your ways through something, or like, when is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? You're stalling your ships coming in. The universe is trying to guide you to the right ship, or guide your right ship to you, which is your person, the person that's right for you. And your mental energies are causing a disturbance in the force. Okay. Fred. Some of you were put as a third party. Some of you were a third party, or you were party to a third situation, and you became aware of this, okay? Which caused you to not, and I don't know how long ago this trust, it was lost. The trust was lost, this third party situation. Man. Okay. So some of you were a third party. Some of you were put as an option, or you were a third party. You were in a third party situation. Not because you wanted to be, but you found out that you were a third party. And others of you haven't been happy for some time. You haven't been dating. You haven't been feeling good enough to date. You haven't been really wanting to put yourself out there. But you really do want to be. You do want happiness. You do want long-term happiness. You truly do. And, you know, again, some of you were a third party. You know, you and your relationship were not a priority. And you became aware of this. You learned this. And because of such, you have taken your time to heal yourself. You've been very quiet. I'm telling you, High Priestess and the Hermit here. Do you even talk to anyone? Like, I'm serious. Do you even talk to anyone? Do you go anywhere or talk to anyone? Because this is such healing energy and such silent energy. It's almost as if you are a ghost in the dark. I mean, with this kind of energy, you're just listening to the wisdom of the universe. You're going within to do some deep healing because there hasn't been much joy in your life, or you get put as third party in third party situations where people cheat on you, or they choose work over you, or they don't put you and your relationship as a priority. And then, and you were like, you know what, I'm just going to take some space. I'm going to go quiet. Because apparently and you realize this and you recognize the solution to this was for you to fall back and go quiet. So I'm talking to some people with some Leo in your chart where you were like, you know what? I'm going to work with the universe and I am going to go completely silent. If I keep dealing with these situations and nobody's putting me as a priority, or if I keep getting in third party situations, or people keep cheating on me, or you know what, I'm just not happy with the things that I'm dealing with or the people that I'm hanging out with, I'm just gonna completely take my energy back and go within. And I'm going to take my space, and maybe I just need a vacation. Some of you may have taken a very long sabbatical, a healing retreat. Some of you may be taking my online Totally Reset Your Vibes retreat, and it's a 10-week retreat. If you don't know about that, go check out the link. It is totally free, no strings attached. It is in the link. It is in the description box. There is a link in the description box. Some of you are taking time to heal yourself on a deep level because you want true happiness. And you're headed towards, like, your sunshine is in your lantern and you're following that lantern to your happiness. So you are tapping into source. Some of you have been at a crossroads for some time. Do I nurture a relationship? Do I nurture myself, or do I nurture a relationship? Do I really want to nurture a relationship? Do I really want to invest in a partnership? Some of you have just been like, I just want to heal. I just want to take my time to heal, and heal my business or heal my finances and work on myself and my own stability. And it's calling, like, you called yourself back. You called your energy back to learn what self-worth was, because you realized that you didn't trust shit or anyone. Fact. And it was a hard decision for some of you to make. It was a hard decision for some of you to make, to pull your energy completely away from another person or dating or love in general. You're like, you know what? I'm not ready to share my cups. I'm taking all my love back, and I'm going to put it into myself for a while, because I don't trust anything people say. I don't trust their actions. Excuse me, hiccups. Always hiccups. Always hiccups. You had to see this for yourself. Maybe some of you realized that you were with somebody that you couldn't trust, and you would have seen this. You saw that this person was either cheating on you, or you were put in third parties. Some of you realized that it was trust issues. Some of you didn't trust the universe, or trust yourself, or trust other people. And you just said, you know what, I'm just going to take my energy back. And I'm going to focus on my happiness for a while, because if I keep drawing in these kinds of people and these kinds of experiences, well, then I'm going to continue to deplete myself, and I'm going to continue to feel bad, and I'm going to continue to not trust anything or anyone. So I'm making the decision for myself to cut ties with things and people that I don't trust, and going solo. Woo, good Lord, excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all, that was really loud. Fact. Some of you, it was a hard decision to go solo and to pull your energy back, because, we want to reach out to those we love and care about, but no matter how much we love another person, if we ain't getting what we deserve and what we desire, that's called self-worth. When you say, I love you so much, but I'm not getting what I deserve from you, and you take your energy back. How many times can you work with another person or with individuals in general and not get what you want? It's not emotionally satisfying. It doesn't make you happy emotionally. It sucks, actually. A lot of you may have gotten this information intuitively. You may have intuitively felt that somebody was cheating on you, and you found out this information completely, and you just pulled your energy all the way back. Yep. Some of you may have been dealing with somebody that was in another connection. Some of you may have been dealing with somebody that was married. And you realized that there was no growth. There was no trust. There wasn't anything stable. There was no commitment or lack of commitment because somebody was either married or in another commitment. Or there just was no growth. No, they didn't want the same things you wanted. Okay. And you chose to stop going around in this cycle with people. You chose to stop going around this situation with this person. You decided to pull back your energy and focus on yourself, your happiness. Okay. So I'm talking to Leos that said, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out. If I don't get what I want, I ain't going to stick around for long. I'll stick around to see long enough to see if love starts growing or if I become a priority to you. But if not, I'm gone. I don't need to guard myself and protect myself because I know automatically I love myself enough to completely withdraw from any of the fuckery. And maybe it's not even fuckery. It could just be new relationships where, you're like, you know what? From the past, I have learned how to better suit myself moving forward in connections where I will stick around long enough, maybe 2-3 months, and see if anything starts to grow. See how you or the other person starts interacting and seeing if anything starts to grow or feel different. And if not, you're not afraid to cut ties with it because you're not going to give more of yourself. Yes, you have been a wounded warrior, but you've healed from that. You've completely healed from that wounded warrior. But because you're a wounded warrior, you know what what those experiences have taught you. So you look forward to the expansion with another person. But you're not afraid to dine alone, bitches. You're not afraid to dine alone. Not at all. But like, I'll go dancing by myself. I'll go drinking by myself. I know how to be happy by myself, and it's actually really enjoyable. It's way more peaceful. But you will give opportunities to people, but only for so long. And then you're like, no, if I'm not feeling it, I'm out. If you're not feeling an emotional satisfaction, and there's the temperance card. If I'm not feeling those emotions start to blend, if I'm not feeling myself fall in love, or I'm not feeling an ease and a flow between us in the emotional sense, if I don't feel like emotions and love are a priority in this connection, I'm gone. I'm not sticking around to get myself back into previous relationship dynamics. I'll go quiet. That's exactly what it is. You have dealt with friends with benefits. You have been put in third parties. You've been in turbulent relationships. You've been in relationships that failed to launch. You have dealt with things that you just recognize now. No, if it's not effortless and easy, and if there's not a flow of love between us, because you know what you want, 100%. You want a very deeply loving connection with the King of Cups. You got a lot of love to give. And you're protecting yourself. You want someone that also has a lot of love to give and that isn't afraid to share it or communicate it to you. So yes, you will sever ties with anything that is not what you desire on your level. Not when you're the high priest, priestess, or the hermit here. Not at all. You're like, no. So some of you haven't found your ship just yet, okay? But you are learning self-worth and you are learning self-love, and these are major components to self-love and self-worth, is being able to say, yeah, I don't need to date anybody to be happy with myself. It's time to take some time to heal. Others of you, it is learning how to progress in choosing your partners. Okay. I'll give you only so much of my time, but if I don't feel like you're investing in the ways that I want you to invest, if it doesn't feel good to me, I'll sever ties with it, because I love myself and I'm emotionally balanced as the King of Cups. And I know that my love is worth giving, and I know that I'm worthy of getting it in return. It is out there for me. It is just a matter of time before the right ship rolls in for you. The ones that are tied to growth and abundance. The ones that are tied to, yeah, you're standing your ground here. Yep. And you have no problem communicating. I'm healing. I'm doing some deep healing, and a lot of you have accepted far, far less than what you deserve in this life. And you're learning how to see it before you invest all of your cups into another person. You know what it is you're wanting. You know what kind of level you want. Harmony, harmonious relationships, healing relationships. You want healthy relationships that are fun, that are things that you're truly desiring. You want emotional fulfillment, and you don't want to go through the battles. Love is not a battlefield, nor does it have to be. So these are my Leos that are learning how to work with self-love and self-worth and make proper decisions with the lessons that you've learned from the past, because you are healing on a very deep level, or you have healed on a very deep level. You're no longer the wounded warrior, but you're going to take those experiences that you've experienced, and you're going to take those lessons and start utilizing that in helping you address dating, in helping you learn what types of things you want, because you know you want happiness. You know you want emotional fulfillment. And it feels good to you, to yourself, but you're like, okay, my ship hasn't come in yet, but I will recognize my ship when it gets here, because any ship that docks, anything and any opportunity that comes my way, I'll give it an opportunity. I'm not cutting it off. I'm not shutting it down, but I will pay attention. And now, excuse me, I know what to pay attention to. And if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't feel fluid, fun, and harmonious, if it doesn't feel emotionally fulfilling here, next. I will let it go, and I will sever ties with it without blinking an eye. I will not feel sorry for making the right choices for myself moving forward. That's empowerment. That's empowerment in choosing new partners and new love connections. I love it for you. Them's the words, them's the messages. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes. Check out my description box and leave some awesome comments. This is beautiful energy. I don't see that you're brokenhearted. I see that you're healed. And if you are still carrying a little bit of broken heart, you won't be very long. You're learning big, big lessons, and I'm very, very proud of you. Namaste.